Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we analyze MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy Inc., and its ticker MSTR, which is a stock which correlates or which is a proxy for their Bitcoin holdings. Currently, price of MSTR is at around $140. It has come down quite a bit since July 2025. These are the momentum or Fibonacci candles. Right now, since July 2025 till now March 2026, almost 8 months of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8th month of bearish candles, where the momentum based bear market has set in since August. One could argue early August 2025. Comparing that with the last market cycle, if we zoom it a little bit more, since November 2021, again a similar pattern for MSTR. Early peak came earlier than Bitcoin. Bitcoin peaked in November 2021. MSTR peaked in February 2021. Then when Bitcoin again in that first May peak, after that first peak in May, Bitcoin had like a underwhelming summer over here. Just to compare with Bitcoin, again Bitcoin major peak came in April-May time period, then the 3 months of bearish activity, and then the secondary peak in November, major peak in November 2021. Similarly, if we go to MSTR over here, again 2 months of bearishness. Similarly in 2025 as well, that February-March lows in terms of momentums, and then following that by 5 months of bullish rallies over here. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4 months over in 2024, in 2025. Then following that bearish trend, which started essentially January 2021 and lasted till January 2023, 1 year and a month of negative price action. So out of that, we have for MicroStrategy, out of the 12 to 13 months, 8 months are arguably, we are in the 8th month, so 7 months are already over and we are in 8th month. So comparing that with the last bear market, and there was 1 month in that 13th month which was a green month, that was August 2022, which came after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 months of bearishness. So if we were to extrapolate or have the last bear market as an analogy, the next month, which is April 2026, would be the 9th month where the candle in terms of momentum is slightly bullish. So whatever happens in March and that because these candles are momentum based, you can see that the open of the next month is based on the midpoint of the width of the preceding month. So for example, this candle's midpoint was for October was the starting point for November. Similarly, the midpoint of the November's candle became the starting point or for December's candle. Similarly over here, the last month candle's midpoint was this month's starting point. So what happens in March? Again, let's say the candle body kind of resolves and comes, the midpoint is somewhere close to $145. That could be the base for April, and then the width of that candle could be minimal, so coming to somewhere between $145 to $160 could be the case. And if you were to zoom it in, these levels would be again the 200-week simple moving average for MSTR is at around $148. So if the price, like in the last bull market, so last bear market, there was a period where the price came above the 200 weeks, stayed there for almost 3 to 4 weeks, and then again came crashing down over here again 1 week, 2 week, and arguably 3rd week it was already over. So something similar could happen in April, late April to early May of 2026. If that rally to the 200 week resolves couple of weeks of bullishness, that price action for MSTR could be somewhere close to $150 to $160. So that is always a possibility looking at the last bull market and last bear market. And then once that low was already found in July of 2022, although there were 4 to 5 months, again 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 months of bearishness till January 2023 began, essentially the major lows were already found in June. That drop to July. Again, the lows were at around $14 to $16, and at the bottom of this candle, again, the price action was close to that $18-19 level, with the lows again having a secondary bottom. Again, if we toggle from the Fibonacci candles to the regular candles, you would see it's slightly different. So for example, over here, that June drop that I mentioned again was the first major low at around $15, and then in December 2022, MSTR tested that low one more time to create that double bottom. Right now, if we hope for a drop, the drop that lasts from March 2026 to, let's say, April 2026, if that drop becomes the first of the two lows, and then there is a recovery, so some sort of a rally, and then a recovery, that level, the current level between $120 to $150 could be an accumulation zone, as the price of MSTR is close to that 200-week simple moving average. Again, historically speaking, again, since they started buying Bitcoin on their balance sheet, that is since 2020, we on the website do have a dedicated area. This is cryptoweeklies.com. That's my own website, a dedicated area for MSTR and its regression based analysis. We'll start with that. The DCA model, again, this does not account for diminishing returns. It's just a polynomial regression based fair value estimation. This says that the current level of MSTR, the risk is with respect to the difference between the polynomial regression based mathematically derived fair value of MSTR as it correlates to Bitcoin. The fair value is at around $500, but again, you can see that in the bear market, as with most cryptos, again, MSTR has now been correlated with Bitcoin. With most cryptos in the bear market, the price action goes a lot lower than the fair value, and in the bull market, similar story to the opposite side, goes a lot higher than the fair value. The 2024 bull run, the risk level at that point was highest. You can see it was even higher than February 2021, and that top was predicted by this model. And now again, a bottom is more of a process for major cryptos. Again, we'll toggle of these risk levels. It's at risk level 1, and historically speaking, at risk level 1, accumulating at those levels, not the worst time to accumulate. But this model, MSTR, is in an accumulation zone. But what MSTR, again, the zero risk, close to zero risk is at around $150 per this model. Price is below that. What could happen, let's say, if there is 2 to 3 months of bearishness, this machine learning based model trained on MSTR's price action since they started buying Bitcoin on their balance sheet. This is analyzed using the time series analysis based model at using seasonal ARIMA based techniques and LSTM based machine learning model, as well as the confidence levels which are derived from standard deviations. So the bear case for MSTR, if let's say there is 2 to 3 months, let's go with the 2 months of downturn from mid-March till, let's say, mid-May, the bottom for MSTR in the worst case scenario could be at around $90. And in terms of these Fibonacci level, that could be at around somewhere between 0.618 and 786. That could be the penultimate or the ultimate drop for MSTR from the last. You can see for the last bear market as well, the price did find support at the 0.283, rallied to 0.382, and then came crashing to that lows at around 0 again. That was the first major bear market for MSTR. This time around, I don't estimate that the price action has to do something similar, where the lows for 2026 need not to be as low as they were back in 2022, 2023. At that point, MSTR was very little known entity, and the correlation between its holdings of Bitcoin and its underperformance in the bear market, it being a more volatile play on Bitcoin, was not that known in the market. So again, with these things being more and more more and more pronounced in the market. If we extrapolate the 20-week simple moving average, and let's say price action in the short term has to come to the 20-week simple moving average, there could be a rally somewhere close to that $152 in the short term before, let's say, the 20-week goes down and pushes the price action down to that $100 level. If the downturn were to continue till mid-May, that is again one logical possibility. And anything above and below that, let's say, if the downturn were to stay intact till about early June to late June or 2026, then that $81 MSTR forecast could come into play in that 3 more months of bearishness. So all in all, again, the estimation is that in the bear market, MSTR underperforms Bitcoin. In the bull market, it outperforms Bitcoin. So if there is one more bull run, again, timeline to be decided again, if there is one major counter trend rally or major bull run in 2028, 2029, the base case in that, base bull case in that environment is the rally to somewhere from the current price to $420. If things recover really well, and if there is some sort of a euphoria in 2028, 2029 time period, MSTR could soar as high as about $1,200. And the better way to look at this is from the CAGR based models or the retirement related model for MSTR. We can go to the MSTR section right from here in ETFs and proxies. Using the crypto retirer or model, you can see that if, let's say, 2026, the bottom for MSTR is somewhere close to that $110. If we estimate that MSTR grows at only 45%, which is again very diluted performance in the next 3 years, the peak for MSTR could be around $335. If let's say MSTR grows 55% year over year from the bottom, and if the bottom is at slightly under $100, 2029 peak for MSTR could be close to about $375. So that's where this could go if 2026 becomes the end of the bear market, and then 2027, 2028 and 2029 are bullish for MSTR. With that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.